driver seemed fully aware of my presence in front of their vehicle and proceeded to drive straight towards me. The individual driving the car slowed down and stopped for a couple participants right before reaching me.
The group essentially surrounded that car. Based on the preliminary information we're hearing, the driver may have gotten very concerned, was confused about what to do in that situation. Some of the individuals may have actually hit the car with their hand.
Since the very day he was inaugurated, President Donald Trump's rapid implementation of his agenda has been astounding, from domestic, social issues to global affairs and the economy. His press secretary, Caroline Levitt, has summed it up in a social media post that she called the MAGA Minute. Take a look.
On immigration, illegal migrant encounters between the ports of entry are down nearly 87%. On the economy, President Trump laid out a plan to establish a sovereign wealth fund to better invest the more than $5 trillion in assets held by the United States. He also proposed tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico and China, and those tariffs were swiftly paused after our allies agreed to step up and address these issues. We are streamlining USAID into the State Department. President Trump signed a historic executive order to ban men in women's sport. Lastly, President Trump is already making our military strong again. We'll see you for next week's MAGA Minute.
Yeah, that was just a week. We'll see what they come up with next week. As I discussed with US analyst Kristen Tate, the media, other politicians, bureaucrats and world leaders are struggling to keep up.
That's the whole sort of plan, is to just flood the system with all of these bold EOs and just make it so that the liberal media can't even focus on one thing and start complaining and screaming about it, because before they're done, he's done 5 more things. I mean, every morning is Christmas morning here, Chris. I just love waking up and opening the newspaper and seeing what Donald Trump has done. I mean, so many of the things that have gotten done in just 3 weeks, if a president had just done one of these things, it would be huge. I mean, banning men from women's sports, that's been a huge issue in this country. Our military recruitment is now at a 15-year high because he's already starting to make the military strong again. On the border, I mean, down where I used to live, there's a sector called the Del Rio sector where under Biden, we were seeing about 4,000 migrants come through just that sector per day. Now that's down to about 60 per day. I mean, it's just winning, winning, winning. So now we need to actually put a lot of these EOs into law so that many of these mandates will last beyond the Trump administration. But man, I just love what I'm seeing so far.